Buildings are no longer static assets. They're becoming dynamic, they're responsive systems, they adapt in real time to people and the planet. The shift from centralized intelligence to edge AI is enabling hyperlocal decision making and unlocking new levels of efficiency and comfort.
Hi, are you interested in AI and would like to know how to apply it in business? I'm Gosia, and as the host of the AI at Scale podcast by Schneider Electric, I invite AI practitioners and experts to share their experiences, challenges, and AI success stories. Our podcast features real AI solutions and innovations. Welcome, everyone. This is AI at Scale podcast by Schneider Electric. My name is Gosia Górska, and today we are diving into the future of smart buildings where comfort, efficiency, and sustainability converge. Our guest is Sadiq Syed, SVP Digital Energy for Schneider Electric, and we plan to discuss solutions that help building owners and facility managers meet rising regulatory demands, reduce energy consumption, and enhance our well-being at homes. Welcome, Sadiq.
Thank you, Gosha, for having me.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure. So let me present your expertise areas to our listeners. So Sadiq, as I mentioned, is the SVP for Digital Buildings. He is an accomplished senior executive with 23 plus years of success driving innovation and growth across verticals such as healthcare, industrial and building automation. He has strong business management experience across domains like product management, R&D, marketing, sales, supply chain, service operations, and inorganic growth plays. Prior to his current role, he was the VP and GM Connected Buildings, Honeywell Building Automation. And Sadiq completed his education at the Marquette University. So, welcome to our podcast. I wanted to start with the current trends in building, Sadiq. So, we are seeing a convergence of AI, sustainability, and user centric design reshaping the built environment. From your point of view, what's the most profound shift happening in how we think about buildings today?
Great question. Well, from my point of view, buildings are no longer static assets. They're becoming dynamic, they're responsive systems, they adapt in real time to people and the planet. The shift from centralized intelligence to edge AI is enabling hyperlocal decision making and unlocking new levels of efficiency and comfort. Sustainability is no longer a compliance checkbox, it's a design principle, it's a need of the hour, and AI is the engine making it actionable at scale.
I see. So let's look at the current situation. Building and homeowners can use today simple thermostats or much more complex BMS systems. But in the race to decarbonize buildings, and we know it's really important because buildings are really something that is omnipresent and they emit a lot of carbon emissions. So these solutions may seem either too complex or too simplistic. Do they already cover all the customer needs in the smart building market?
Great question, Gosha. They don't actually, until recently. I would say either we have very traditional complex building management systems that we have deployed as an industry in thousands and thousands of buildings, or we have very simple thermostats that the users manually use to manage temperature settings, etc. And there's a gap here. If we are to decarbonize buildings at scale, and if we need to enable our end users and customers to deploy technology at scale at a very cost effective point, we need to drive innovation to bridge that gap and really meet the needs where, we can drive energy efficiency and occupant comfort without added installation complexity. We need to drive that real time optimization and advanced control capabilities to be able to easily deployable on old legacy buildings. So retrofits should be easy to handle. It should be cost effective to deploy. It needs to have the ability to, for even just a very low skilled, untrained technician to be able to go and activate the solution. It needs to just really be adaptive to the demand response and load shedding, aligning with the grid. So there are these needs that we need to fill the gap very quickly. And hence we came up with this innovation at Schneider Electric around Space Logic touchscreen room controller with with AI on edge that actually go delivers all these outcomes for our customers at a very cost effective point, at a very easy capability to deploy and commission in minutes for each room or each zone. And it's we're seeing great results with this innovation.
So, what does it take from the simple thermostats and what does it take from complex BMS systems?
So it's taking the goodness from both. So simple thermostats, it's just easy to deploy, cost effective, easy user interface in multiple languages. It's very easy to use also at the
Mhm.
end of it. On the from the complex side, it's taking the capabilities to adapt and optimize based on occupancy levels, based on and it's not just about HVAC and temperature settings, but it is also managing blinds and lighting controls, etc. It has the sensorization capability to detect humidity levels, CO2 levels, etc. So, and at the end of it, it enables energy efficiency and occupant comfort without added installation complexity. So, bottom line, it's a great solution to drive decarbonization at scale and bridges the gap in the technology we have today between very simple and very complex systems.
I see. And you mentioned that you decided to embed so AI at the edge. And how does it change the game for building energy management? Because what we are hearing is that a lot of companies, and basically you can say even the world, is obsessed with going to the cloud. So why did you choose to bring intelligence closer to the room? And what does that unlock for the future of buildings?
Fantastic question, and very, very timely in terms of the questions that come up. Does everything have to be on cloud? And what can we do to drive intelligence on the edge localized? So, Edge AI enables real time responsiveness, or really optimizing comfort and energy usage in seconds, not minutes. It eliminates the reliance on cloud connectivity, reducing latency, cost, and cybersecurity risks. And certain end markets where we serve our customers demand computational capabilities and optimization capabilities on the edge. They are not ready to go on cloud yet for various reasons.
Mhm.
This architecture empowers buildings to be more autonomous, resilient, and scalable. It delivers real time optimization without relying on cloud connectivity, as I mentioned, and external data storage. It maintains ASHRAE 55 compliant comfort standards dynamically and autonomously.
Mhm.
And that is very important for building owners to make sure we are compliant with the ASHRAE standards. It reduces occupant complaints. We have observed by almost 23% through our studies through faster localized decision making.
Mhm. And can you maybe explain to our listeners, in case they don't know, what's the standard? You name it ASHRAE, right?
Yes, it's ASHRAE 55 compliant standard.
Mhm.
It's an industry standard that all building owners are expected to comply going forward.
I see. And how does this controller stand out from other solutions in the market? And maybe if you can explain what are the capabilities. So if I install it today at my home, what does it allow me to do?
It's the only room controller with embedded AI that optimizes comfort and energy usage simultaneously in the
Mhm.
market today. It integrates HVAC, lighting, and blinds into one device, achieving up to 35% energy savings. We have observed in some of our deployments with our customers. Offers up to 40% more terminal capacity than competitors, enhancing scalability and flexibility. So a lot of power packed in this innovation that is delivering multiple outcomes at scale.
So basically, 35% of energy savings. This really cannot stop to amaze me because we already have a lot of solutions on the market, and like everybody is aware about the carbon footprint. Everybody would like to be efficient with water, with energy, right? But then still we are losing so much energy. And with this quite simple solution, you can achieve even up to 35% of energy saving. This is really amazing to me if you take into consideration the scale, basically.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
and what are the most promising use cases or sectors for this technology?
The end markets that can benefit from this immediately are hotels and commercial offices. they can benefit from the seamless integration with PMS and BMS systems. Education and retrofit buildings gain a lot from wireless deployment and fast installation. And net, any facility aiming to balance operational excellence with occupant satisfaction. So this is a great fit for these use cases and these end markets instantly.
And this is probably why you recently won some of the accolades. I know that there were numerous. The one that I noted is the 2025 Artificial Intelligence Excellence Award.
Mhm.
What do you think the judges saw that the market should pay closer attention to?
We are very proud of this recognition and award, and very proud of the team that has delivered this innovation. So, what this is about is it's a rare fusion of simplicity and sophistication. It's very intuitive for users, yet deeply intelligent under the hood. Embedded AI that dynamically adjusts to occupancy, temperature, and humidity without external dependencies. And it's also delivering a measurable impact with all the innovation that comes with it. The energy savings, as I described earlier, up to 35% of energy savings we can achieve, and a 23% drop in occupant complaints. So it's balancing the goals of occupant comfort and energy savings at the same time, which is a very tricky balance to manage.
Yeah, that's like a holy grail of, of a building.
Yes.
And it's only possible when you can really have timely response from the system. I was at a very big conference recently and I was there already at 8 o'clock. And it was super cold inside because nobody was there yet. Yet then after a few hours where it was super packed with people, the whole room got so hot that everybody was sweating. So basically, my understanding is this is exactly why we need AI at the edge, because you can respond to dynamically a changing environment. And with the flood of people coming in the room, you can reply to this and you can avoid this occupant complaints, right? This is how basically it can work.
Absolutely.
So let's deep dive into comfort. What does comfort mean in the age of AI?
Well, let's talk about the definition of comfort. It's no longer static. It used to be at some point, but now it's more dynamic, personalized. It needs to respond to real-time change in conditions. It needs to adapt to occupancy patterns and environmental shifts so that manual intervention is not needed. So let's take the example, say Gosha, you're at a conference that gets very busy in the middle of the day. It starts slow. People are trickling in. It's at a very comfort level. The temperature of the indoors of the building is very comfortable. But then, as it gets very busy in the later part of the morning and the day, the building gets hotter and it gets warmer. And the HVAC needs to optimize itself to make sure it's constantly adapting to the needs of the indoor temperature and adapts to the needs of the occupants. And this is where AI really plays a big role in optimizing the settings based by sensing the number of occupants in the building, and without having you to ask someone, can we reduce the temperature or increase the temperature. So that's a simple example that we all experience, but there is more to it than just that.
Yes, exactly. This is what happened to me at this conference. But there is more, right? Because here we mentioned about the temperature and the air conditioning,
Mhm.
but the tool allows you to also control other elements of the room. Could you remind us which one there are?
Yeah, so lighting controls, blinds in your conference room or your personal office or your hotel room, and they all have a role to play when it comes to energy consumption. If you manage the blinds, you can manage the light coming in, sunlight coming into the room, that can increase the temperature of the room. But if you are managing the blinds based on the time of the day, it automatically is adjusting and the room temperature is managed from external sunlight. Similarly, lighting is a very high energy consuming aspect of the building, and if that can be set on a schedule and optimized based on the time of the day, the lights come on and off based on occupancy levels or time of the day, that also automatically is optimizing the energy usage. So these are, again, a couple of examples where a lot of this can be just automated and optimized.
Yeah, that sounds really great to me because I don't want to deal with everything around me. I would like to have one one tool to manage the rest of of the appliances around me. And I was wondering, what's the most surprising feedback that you received from early adopters of the controller?
Yeah, plain and simple, we've heard feedback like it just works. Users are impressed by how seamlessly it integrates into the existing systems. Like I said, it doesn't require complex, a retrofit effort. It's very simple to deploy on existing systems. Facility managers appreciate the reduced complexity and faster deployment timelines because the faster they can deploy, it's less labor. It goes directly to their bottom line in terms of reduced cost of deployment. Occupants we have observed have reported fewer comfort complaints, because the building is automatically adjusting and being optimized. Even with legacy infrastructure, even buildings with legacy infrastructure have benefited from this innovation.
And talking about facility managers, I actually think about them as the current contemporary heroes because we already discussed about some tools for facility managers when we were hosting Jeff Willard and he discussed about resource advisor copilot. And like facility managers are also these people who can use it and who can get really actionable insights to act upon them and then change the operations, bring more efficiency to their premises, to their facilities. And I see that also this solution is helping them. So they are even even more powerful now. How does solution help them to streamline operations and how does it change their role?
Yeah, for sure, it is a game changer for facility managers. So, if you think of it in the current state, the facility managers are mostly in a reactive state. They are reacting to complaints, they are reacting to needs of the users. They are basically an operator on an hourly, daily basis. The shift is moving from being an operator on tactical items that come up to being an orchestrator, a proactive orchestrator of how they manage their buildings. And now the technology is in their hands to be able to do that, to be able to proactively manage that. We have observed it reduces maintenance hours by up to 25% through automation. Automation and intelligence optimizes a lot of that.
Mhm.
Ability to remotely configure the settings across hundreds of buildings in the portfolio, sometimes thousands of rooms, depending on what's happening in that facility. So the operational efficiency it brings at their fingertips is amazing. They don't have to send their technicians in the room, in the conference room, on the site every time. It provides us actionable insights. It provides them to make smarter, faster decisions based on the insights they're getting across their portfolio. And it truly shifts their focus to strategic capabilities around energy and comfort optimization.
Yeah, so it's definitely a great moment for facility managers,
Yeah.
but also for homeowners, as we can all benefit from this solution. Okay, it was really great talking to you, Sadiq. If you could share with us maybe some last key takeaways
Yeah.
for any other companies, businesses, and even homeowners who think about and look for efficiency. Do you think that AI is the way to achieve this, or are there any other technologies that actually help?
Well, thank you, Gosha, for a very thoughtful discussion. So, look, if I had to summarize the journey of for our customers and partners, I would say get on the journey of decarbonization and operational efficiency. It's here and now. It's the need of the hour. And the way to do that is start small. It doesn't have to be something very complex. It can be as simple as Space Logic touchscreen room controller, which is cost effective, easy to deploy, and you start seeing the results instantly before you scale up to complex systems. And as your needs evolve, you'll need those systems as well, complex BMS systems. But you can get started on the journey today with simple technologies. AI, I would say, is real. It is a big enabler. It is driving significant shift in the outcomes we want to achieve, and it can be deployed in a meaningful way. So my recommendation is embrace the capabilities AI can deliver today, but I would say we are also just getting started. We are very early in our journey as an industry, as end users, and it's going to be a couple of decades of massive transformation, the innovation and the speed of innovation that is happening. And we all have a role to play when it comes to reducing carbon emissions and contributing to the goals of achieving at least 1.5 degree centigrade reduction in the average temperatures on Earth. So we all have a role to play, and we can play a bit of that responsible role by deploying these technologies early on.
Yeah. That's a really great message, Sadiq. Thank you so much for this. And I'm excited personally to use technology for the better environment, for really fighting this climate changes that we see around us, and to achieve better energy efficiency at the end. So thank you so much. And to our audience, Sadiq Syed, SVP Digital Energy from Schneider Electric, was our guest today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today on AI at Scale podcast. Be sure to visit our se.com/AI website and learn more about our AI at Scale solutions. Head over to our Schneider blog platform to read more. Don't forget to subscribe to the show on your preferred platform and share it with your network. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode.